Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Azrael with Batman Armor. This is from the Batman Curse of the White Knight Silver Edition. I believe this wasn't originally a Walmart exclusive gold label, but I believe now you can find him at McFarlane's online store. But anyways, regardless though, we're going to be taking a look at the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the box. The front of the box looks like, the side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure outside the box. As always, do come with the card. So the front of the card looks like, the back of the card. It does come with this really long sword. Not much going on to the sword, clean looking. And of course, it does come with a regular stand. Now, this figure, man, the amount of detail in the sculpture is really, really good. Let's take a look at the head sculpture, and that head sculpture just looks menacing. Just look at all that. That looks fantastic. That detail in the sculpture looks so menacing. And again, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Wide eyes, I'm a sucker for wide eyes. So look at that. That looks awesome. Another thing that I noticed right now too, even with light, hopefully you guys can see it, but it's not just painted silver. It has kind of like a clear kind of gel to it. Like, I'll show you guys in the cape what I'm referring to, but hopefully my camera can pick it up. I don't think so, but it kind of has a transparent silver look to it, if that makes sense. Again, I'll show you with the cape, because with the cape you can see it a lot more. And I gotta say though, this silver transparent look to it looks really cool, and I'm telling you, we have to see it in person so you can see what I'm referring to. The head sculpture looks good. Articulation left to right, good. Limited to this portion right here. You can see it hits up and down, very good. But in terms of the head articulation left to right, it's very limited to that. You can kind of move it up a little bit, but it is what it is. Shoulder articulation is, wow, this is very stiff. You can articulate, but not a whole bunch because of the armor piece. Sorry. Bicep articulation, good. Elbows, good. Wrist, good. And man, again, it has that transparent look to it. And I wish you guys can see it. My camera can pick it up. And again, I'll show you in the cape so you can see what I'm referring to. But look at all that detail on that sculpture. And it's identical sculpture to the Curse of the White Knight 2-pack, which I'll have a link in the video so you can see what I'm referring to. But essentially the same figure. It's just a repainted one. And even on this color, it's fantastic, man. You can see the sculptures a lot more. Look at that. Look at all the huge armor pieces. Just look at that. The gauntlet. Look at all that detail right here. That sculpture design right there. Obviously the big gauntlet. And look at all that detail. Come on. For 20 bucks, this is a fantastic looking figure. Just look at that right there too. Again, all that detail. It looks insane. Look at the hands too. The hands look amazing. Just look at that. Don't tell me that don't look badass. That looks, look at his knuckles, pointy knuckles. That looks awesome, man. Now, what I mentioned on the cape, well, let's take a look at the cape first before I continue on. The cape looks good. You can kind of see more, you can see it a lot more here. You can kind of see my hand. See that transparent kind of, see it right there? That kind of have that color or that style, I guess you want to call it, is also present here. On the shins here, a little bit on the bicep, definitely on torso, definitely right here. And again, you have to see it in person, but the cape looks good. I like it, especially that transparent. You can see my hand right there. It looks really, really cool, man. And torso articulation, it's good, actually very good. Let's take a look at that armor piece on the center. I do like that red. That gloss red, it just pops. Even from a distance, it just grabs your attention. And with that armor piece on his chest, his torso, his rib cage, look at all that detail. Even right there too, look at that. And the belt too. All that detail. It just looks stunning, man. This is one of those figures where you have to see it in person. And when you see it in person, you're like, holy shit, this looks badass, man. I gotta say though, this upper body looks fantastic. The amount of detail in the sculpture, the abdomen, that transparent look to it. This is what I'm talking about. And for 20 bucks, $20, come on. Come on. You have to give it up to McFarlane, man. He knows what he's doing, man. Just look at this. Tell me that don't look badass. That looks awesome, man. Let's keep going though, but upper body, definitely 10 out of 10, man. I really like this upper body. Leg articulation, good. Knees, wow, very stiff. Good. Ankles that do articulate, mine's a little stiff right now, good. And of course, toes, good. But again, same thing that's present in the upper body. The legs look very good. I do like this. Hopefully you guys can see it, but I like how this is actually like a gloss silver to it. You can see that compared to this. This has a transparent look, kind of gray, silver. This has that gloss. Like, see that right there? You can kind of see the difference in color here. And again, very subtle, but it looks really good. Also, too, on the knee pads, different color too. This is almost like a dark gray. And again, once you see it, it really stands out, but in a good way though. And of course, the design on here also present on here in the thigh and the rib cage. It's also present on the shin as well too, and of course a little bit on the side, and also on the legs as well too. And man, even the shins too has that transparent look to it too, similar to the cape. And I gotta say though, this figure looks fantastic, man. The articulation is good. The sculpture is top notch. And the paint, I like the paint. The red just stands out really good. That transparent, like I said, gray look, really, really good. Again, you can see it here present on the abdomen, definitely on the mask, the bicep, the shins, the legs, in terms of a thigh. It just really does pop. Even the inner thighs is also sculpted too, man. This is like top notch, man. Top notch. Fantastic figure, man. Even the back of the neck too. Look at that pointy thing as well too. It's just you have to see this in person, man. This is a fantastic figure. Damn, this is a really good figure. Now, like I said, they made a version of this on black one, and it looked good. Even black looked good, but it hides a lot of the detail because again, it's black, so you can't really see it. But when you see it as in silver, holy crap, it just looks menacing, man. I really dig this figure. And of course, the main question is it worth your purchase? Really? You're gonna ask that question? Of course it is. This is definitely worth the purchase. For 20 bucks, $20, getting all this detail, heck yeah. Granted, you might not get a lot of accessories. Let's be honest, you're not gonna get a lot with this figure. But you're not really gonna grab this figure for the accessories, let's be honest. You're gonna grab this figure for the sculpture and paint. And I think McFarlane did a fantastic job with this figure and this sculpture. And yes, I highly recommend getting it. Thumbs up for me. $20, definitely worth the price. I would say get it now because originally, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this was a Walmart exclusive. And then out of nowhere, they came out at the McFarlane website store. And I was lucky I was able to get one at this color because I do have a black one. And highly recommend getting it. So if you're thinking of buying, getting this one, definitely go to the McFarlane website store and getting it before it's gone. Because I'm telling you, if you miss out on a fantastic figure. And again, for 20 bucks, definitely a must buy. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with this figure? Do you plan to purchase this figure? Or did you already purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to the support channel to keep up to date and watch videos like this. Today includes overview of Azrael Batman Armor, the Batman Curse of the White Knight storyline. This is the silver edition, gold label, and on to the next one.